Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, for able to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I'm gonna start with today's morning show. This show is being recorded around 12:30 p.m. and the reason is because I did wait for Mikel Arteta press conference to drop and it don't drop like let's say 30 minutes ago. So, and I also waited for the transcripts to come out in the Arsenal website. It will also come out because I want to really address some of all the injury matter we Arteta they talk. No, also they in the know. Very, very key. Now, for Merson, first off, we'll start with this. For Merson, going to give Arteta warning because I watched this on the Sky Sports show when they talk about Salah situation, talk about Arteta. So it talks say Arsenal cannot win the league with Merino as a striker. It doesn't really make any sense because how can you buy the person that you feel will take you to the glory land in Gyökeres? Then in the last three games, you're going to put up a bench, and the argument or the belief is that the guy no dey fit. Say if the guy no dey fit, wetin you come dey do for bench? See, e no really make any sense because Gyökeres go help you dey peg defenders back. He's gonna by playing you give him confidence. So na him be the one wey Paul Merson dey give Mikel Arteta say make him continue dey play Merino. You can say the Aston Villa game he was disappointed that make him continue to play Gyökeres. Say for the Aston Villa game he was disappointed that Arteta did not play Victor Gyökeres. Say if player no dey fit, no put am for team, no put am for squad, make him go continue recovery. Okay, what's the point of playing a half fit player? You get. So, but the truth is, many a times, many coaches they play player who even dey injured, wey no dey 100% fit. So that's just the truth, you get. But in this case, when you look at Merino's numbers, can you really say we should not be playing him? When you look at the kind of numbers he's putting out there, because now wetin another school of thought go use the counter wetin Paul Merson dey talk. But me, I understand and see where he's coming from. But the thing is, based on say Victor Gyökeres no dey 100% fit, and we are playing every 3 days, so e go better if no dey 100% fit, but he can fit play like 20 minutes, just like when Trossard came in, played that many minutes, and he left back again, and he gave us a result to score. If you say maybe Arteta follow Paul Merson arguments that day, wey Trossard no enter, shey Trossard was score that goal, you get. So maybe for even salvage a point in that game, you get, but we still lost at the end of the day anyway. So I don't know what I think about it for Merson dey talk. Now, for this same show, Merson come dey talk say him support Salah. Say him dey with Salah 100. Say when you look at what is going on at Liverpool, say make people dey castigate Mohamed Salah. Make dem no forget say when you remove Salah's goals and assists in the Liverpool team, Liverpool no go for win any trophy. You get. Say during the transfer window, we saw many players wey no wan gree play for their club. I know say no mention name, but Gyökeres dey there, Isak dey there. But here you have a player who is fighting because he wants to play, and he is being slaughtered for it. Make it make sense. Omo, Paul Merson talk give many points. You get say him really dey for the guy because this is a guy that is say that they use the word legend loosely. But when it comes to Mo Salah, you can beat your chest and say this is a legend. Say the things wey Salah don do for this Liverpool, before another player go come produce that same numbers. Omo, e fit reach 50 years. And no be lie, just like what Haaland is doing at Man City. Baba, before another player go come there, come do that thing wey Haaland dey do. Na generational talent. He had died. Or what Cristiano Ronaldo did at Manchester United. Before another person go, look at what Henry did at Arsenal. Till today, we still dey find another person who go replicate that energy for us. Till today, we still dey find am. Aubameyang at least came close. Till today, we never see person go come dey give us like 40 something goal and assist kini come at the end of the season dey whine where e dey. So these are the issues, but they no dey appreciate wetin the guy dey give them. Well, make I no too waste time on that because the press conference Arteta do e dey long small, so I just screenshot everything because I no really get time. So no be everything I go touch, I will touch all the relevant areas. Now they come dey ask Arteta on William Saliba injury. So wetin dey sup? Arteta come explain say we have to wait and see. Yesterday we did not train, so we have an extra day between this afternoon. Let's see if he can be available or not. It remains the same. Say, but if una dey ask me about the Everton game, I go tell you say go dey fit for Everton game. That one na shola. But for this particular Wolves game, say no really dey sure. Me personally, I don't think Wolves are really a big threat We can still beat Wolves with Norgard as the centre back. I still believe that we can still beat Wolves. I dey remember the stadium. So if that one go spoil matter, Maba make dem still rest the Saliba, keep am till the Everton game. Abeg, you get. So na the way wey me I dey see am, you get. Now also on Julian Timber, he could explain say again, it depends how he feels today. In fact, it was even a knock. Maybe yes, that talk as now. It was even a knock that he picked according to the media self talk am, and he wasn't feeling comfortable. So again, it's a matter of days. But whether it's tomorrow or not, we'll see. The Coco be say Timber is going to be available for Everton. Says Saliba is going to be available for Everton. But whether tomorrow game go dey too close, that data never really confirm. Now on Declan Rice, he said let's see how he is today. He gets say Declan Rice will not be saying an injury, na sick and sick. And normally person sick after a few days, he's supposed to don dey better. So they go wait and see wetin go really happen. Again, if the thing go too spoil something, make dem still keep Declan Rice because we need him against Everton. That game go dey very physical. We need him there. You get. Now on Leandro Trossard, he say again another one. It's a matter of days again. In fact, all this matter of this, Arteta take him out talk say it sounds boring, but it's our reality. So we don't really know. Now on keeping the momentum after midweek, he say for sure after any defeat, you want to put it right away, you want to win straight away. We certainly did that, put ourselves in a great position in the Champions League, and now it's about Wolves, focusing back on the Premier League after what happened and the result that we had against Villa. It's a massive opportunity for us again to win the game and put ourselves in a good position. In fact, e get one thing wey Paul Merson also talk. He say for the match wey we go play against Wolves, he expect us to win Wolves. If we beat Wolves, then Manchester City, if Man City can go beat Crystal Palace, we go still dey 2 points behind them. Now next weekend, Man City go play before us. If Man City can go win, all of a sudden we don dey second, 1 point behind Man City. Say pressure will start. So you'll be like, I don't already we don't play very, very well so far this season. We've done fantastically well. All of a sudden now we are 1 point behind. So what more can we do? And this Man City, according to wetin Paul Merson dey talk and the media people, they never even reach their top level. Yet they are already ahead of us. So, but more just see wetin go happen. Me, I personally think Man City versus Crystal Palace at the Selhurst Park won't be an easy game. That is an opportunity for Man City to drop points. You know me say Man City no fit go there knack dem 6-0. You get. But I know Crystal Palace at the Selhurst Park in front of their fans with Mateta firing, with people like Sarr firing, and they only take IC big team when they come there. So I keep my old finger like man, just see wetin go happen. Sha, fingers crossed. We'll see wetin go happen for that particular this team. Now, according to Arteta's press conference, also, so on keeping the momentum, I talked about that. Now, facing a Wolves team without a win this season, we've never beat anybody this season. He said in the Premier League match, and especially against a team that is fighting against results, I know the manager really well and how he's going to push and get the player ready to try to cause a shock. So from outside, we are going to go full gas. Now, what team I want to hear? Get we are going to go full gas from the beginning, and we know what we have to do. In fact, this match, everybody expect a high scoring and goal difference. Get now on if we have to beat Wolves to win the league. He said at the end you have to like have at least over 90 points for you to win this league. Even this kind of question is a ridiculous question. Which one say you have to win Wolves to win the league? I don't understand that kind of question. Now Wolves now hold the key to the kingdom. Now on what is the Saliba issue? So he said it was something quite small. It came from an ankle injury that he had, and then he started to modify the way he was running, and he started to overload an area, which is something common. But at some point, he was uncomfortable continuing to be able to train and play, and we have to stop it. So he looks better, but we'll have to wait and see if it's enough for him to be able to train with the team. Now, on if we would consider selling Gabriel Jesus, I say I don't consider that, especially with the situation we have right now. Exactly. I think Gabriel has a lot to offer to the team, and he's proven that straight away in the minutes that he was available to play. So he's put in so much in this position, and again, and now the focus is to be with us. Now, on Itawaneri attitude, so he talks Itawaneri they do very, very, even though the guy need to play many, many minutes, but his head is in the right place. Now, on whether Victor Gyökeres need goals to get into form, Arteta self confirmed say yes, probably the thing that's going to unlock him is goals. He's so used to that I don't think he needs that for himself, for his confidence. At the end, we are going to judge his performances based on that as well. That is logical. But for the rest, I think he's in a really good place. I think physically he's in a good place, and now he needs to start to convert the chances that he's getting. On if Man City are back to their best, you see, there are a lot of teams involved when you look at the table. We know the situation with other clubs. With Man City, is always the case that you expect them to have the quality that they have, the experience that they have in the competition. The focus has to be on one. Yes. Now, away from that, on how impressed in they with Martin Zubimendi, I say, Omo, very impressed because I know the difficulty of coming into this league and doing what he's doing immediately. First of all, you have to earn the role within the team, and that's not easy to do. Then it's a different way of playing, a different league. But as you said, the variety of actions and involvements that he has in the game is exceptional. His defending metrics are incredible. And I had no doubts that he could produce that. Oh, Baba talk plenty, plenty. And that's why when people they call out and Zubimendi for the last game we'll play, I was like cutting some slack because this guy has been omnipresent. The guy they play very, very well and he never rests really. Yes. You know they're easy. Now, on if he thought Zubimendi would need an adaptation period, he said yes, obviously. But I think the fact that he could prepare for longer period because he sort of knew he was coming, I think that helped. It wasn't something immediate that happened. So we talked a lot about how he was going to be needed, the challenges that he was going to face, but as well his abilities and capacities were going to fit so well within the team. He's proven that on the pitch. Now, away from that also, on whether Gyökeres and the club, on Victor Gyökeres and the club adapting to his style, I think two things have to merge. I think we have to put the player in the best position, in the best possible condition to explode and fulfill his potential. And then there are certain things that within that role, in the manner that we play, has to be fulfilled. And that's a combination of both. It's not only that. I think most importantly is the connections and the players around him at the end. Those interactions, that understanding, how he develops before the injury. I think he was in a great place. I think it took him a while at the beginning, but it's a different league, different demands. He has no preseason, and now he's starting to get some momentum. The goals will come, and we are going to be very, very close. You see, this is what Arteta talk about connections. There is no connection between Gyökeres and Victor Gyökeres and Odegaard. There is no connection between Gyökeres and Saka. There is no connection between Gyökeres and Trossard or Martinelli or Rice. In fact, the closest person we get away fit, I think they say go assume that position of connection. That be easy. This for Arteta to say this, Arteta said no, which means Arteta don't see these things, and I want to believe they are working towards addressing it because it's not there. It's not there. You have to put the player in the best possible condition for him to explode and fulfill his potential. How do you do that? Giving him juicy passes, then making him they miss the chances. Make we fans come and say, they create chance for him, the guy they balloon the ball. I'm going to see the chances. In a game of 90 minutes, how many chances clear on goal, on the platter of gold, did they give Gyökeres? True balls. How many? I know the same. You get? I know the same. And then they talk of you launch a long ball in there with two defenders. Oh, and go try to trap her, to turn. That's what I'm talking about. Now with the play, I know us now with the create chances. How many chances have you created for him on a platter of gold? You put ball in front. You know, conduce and where Moko talk say yes, in the useless. I've not seen it. Go and watch Man City play. Check how many chances on the platter of gold that they create for Elialan. Go check out. Make you see. Man City even too much. Go and check Crystal Palace. How many chances on the platter of gold then they create for Arteta? Make Arteta come the waste time. Mo say, Arteta the waste time. Look at Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Do you know how many chances they created for Oli Watkins? Do you know how many? These are the issues. So, in as much as, like one of my community members, they tell me, say, Gyökeres formed the warrior, he gets. Yes, that's actually true. But also, the people they play behind them, we're supposed to assist and give them the balls. I'm not seeing those services. Those chances, they say, if you miss a washer, hey, if Gabriel is the play, will they see that connection? Because obviously, he has been playing for Arsenal for a long time. He has a connection with Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli. In fact, Martinelli even loves to play with him. If Jesus the play, Jesus is going to get so many chances on the platter of gold. If Harras is playing, he's going to get similar chances. But why can't you see those chances for Gyökeres? If it is about positional awareness or positional play, he is creating like in the position himself. But those chances don't come forth. So that is one of the greatest problem we need to fix moving forward. And I don't really they blame the players in it like in totality, because why? We've played like 5 6 years without a recognized striker. You get. So for you to just adapt from that phase, that style of play, so playing with a striker within maybe 3 4 months, would like did that easy. You get. And like I was telling our community members, say don't forget, Isako will be praised to as one of the clinical destroyers. Isaac in his first season scored 10 goals. For you to know that this league, when you're coming from outside, you're not a Lialan. So when you're coming from outside, it's not going to be easy. That's why till today, even though I set like 10, 15 games of Victor Gires, I see they cut him some slack, you get, because truly not everybody will come in and hit the ground running, you get. But whether the guy go this successful for Arsenal, I still think he will be a success. You get. We can even possibly the guy scored 10 goals and win the league. Nobody will remember saying those scored 20 goals. We're still going to celebrate with him that yes, you came and you helped us win the league. So that's just the way it is. Now, on other issues about this press conference, now they're going to ask Arteta about Christian Nogard playing centre back. He say, I think that comes to the mentality of the players, the intelligence of a player like Christian as well, and how to fulfill the role. In the morning, you tell him surprisingly that he needs to play in that position because we don't have any other player that can play there. Then you need to fulfill that role. But we have a lot of examples of players that have played in different positions, like Mikel Merino, like many others, and that's great because that gives us an edge. Now, on if he's enjoying the season, he said, I do enjoy it a lot because of the people that are around us and how we live and work together. Obviously, winning a lot helps because it's a different profession where you win or you lose. I feel privileged to be where I am and keep going. Now, on if we can win the quadruple, he said, well, it's only the 3 points of tomorrow. I think that's enough for the supercomputer in my mind, you get. So now they're going to ask Arteta about Gabriel Jesus returning to the fighting for the sport. He said, we know his quality, a player that's given us so much when it comes and with the energy that came the other day. Certainly a player that has to be pushing and aiming for that for sure, you get. Now, whether the Arsenal players they get enough credit, he said, I don't know. That's not for me to judge. Yes. We are in a strong position in the three competitions that we are involved in so far. And that's what we have to continue to do at the end. The credit has to come at the end of the season. That's when we are going to measure what we have done. But in order to achieve that, you have to be achieving every single day the objectives that you want. So far, I think we are in a strong position. I know the lie. We are very like top of the league, top of Champions League. Like, what more can you ask for? Now, on winning two of the last five in the league, it's a yeah. Tomorrow we can change that. Tomorrow there's a different one, and in that last one we are the best. Now there's a one supercomputer. They talk say Arsenal will win the league. So we don't hear they call. No, say we don't hear that thing for long. They call ask Arteta and say, is that the last 5 games since the start till the end? Like I don't know. Supercomputer says is the same as the last 5 games or the next 5 games. Well, the only thing we can do is increase the probability of us winning the next Premier League game. Well, I think that top plans, but I think make I end and then because like I said, the press conference did very, very long. So that's the most relevant I can take. Now, Goal.com call they let me know say Arsenal, they look for competition for David Raya. Now, they don't send scouts go watch one Bundesliga goalkeeper. Now, the goalkeeper, wey dem dey look for, they say the guy dey very, very good, e get so many, many things wey dem talk about the goalkeeper. So na Dortmund loanee Ramage na dem dey look for. Get so what I saw this particular news that Arsenal dey monitor the guy until the summer, e come trigger me. I come discover say Arteta no get trust for Kepa. Because if you really get Kepa, why are you looking for Ramage as a competition for Raya? It no really make any sense, right? It doesn't add up. Yes. No be say Kepa don old like that, so you go say maybe next year na him no go dey eligible or him go don darugbo, him go don old. That still dey okay. Keeper fit dey 31 sef, 32, you go still dey gba. I no sure say the Kepa don even reach that kind of age. You get. So I don't really know what Arsenal is trying to cook, but more just to see how things go unfold at the end of the day. Now, also on the Arsenal website, you will see updates on Rice, Timber, Trossard, and Saliba, but it's part of the press conference I took, so no need to repeat that. So when you check the media, you will see say Fabrizio Romano the report say India built a massive, gigantic statue of Messi, which is going to be the tallest ever for a football player, and is set to be unveiled this week. So Messi will travel go India, go unveil this in statue. They see the face, maybe people never see her. So when you go there, now you go unveil her. Very, very interesting. Now for Ancelot's press conference ahead of the match, we then 7 play for this weekend. So they're going to ask him about Isak. I say Isaac about Salah. So in con dey confirm say Liverpool representatives don follow Salah representatives talk. Say himself don follow Salah talk. And im go still get another conversation with Salah this morning. Wetin all this conversation go lead to na whether Salah go play against Brighton, whether im no go play. Probably they go wan ask am, what is your headspace like? Your mental health, are you good to go? Yes. Because Baba say, I will have a conversation with Mo this morning, and Slot confirms that he will hold talks with Mohamed Salah today, the outcome of which will determine whether the Egyptian will play for Liverpool against Brighton on Saturday. Yes. So at the same time, Saudi Arabian clubs are preparing to bid for Mo Salah. According to the Telegraph, they are ready to pay whatever is necessary because they don't have any issue with FFP or whatever you get. So then they okay, money day. So most Adam and self will go. Now the match you want to play against Wolves tomorrow is going to be top versus bottom, the best team in the league versus the worst team in the league. So it all leads to one destination, and Arsenal win, unless maybe like a shock happens. Unless a shock happens. Now, another report I can hear from hand of Arsenal. Even Arsenal self don like publish am. So the corridor say Arsenal collects one sponsor wey Chelsea wan carry, so shirt sponsor wey they will put for shirts. Deal. So Chelsea and them they already get discussion already, but Arsenal come from nowhere from the picking of the ex-vice president or vice chairman of Arsenal, David Dean. So the Pekin now help Arsenal broker the deal. And they say the Pekin now they're responsible for the deal between Spotify and Barcelona, a blockbuster deal. So what we got here be say Julian Slot and her team were at the heart of the mega deal, which swiftly gained the approval of the Kroenke and the new board. So it is understood that Chelsea were closing in on an agreement with Deal as an exclusive shirt sponsor, which fell through after Arsenal presented their global scalability power in comparison to the West London blue club. Arsenal get clouds, man. Based on say we are title contenders. I don't know one day when things they happen again. Chelsea now I get them before, you know, be property. You get so that's why Arsenal were able to just score the deal, scatter everything for Chelsea, which is quite sad. Now, away from that, so when you say Tottenham Hotspur won't sell this Basuma, based on say the guy they come late to training, even the laughing gas when he inhale. In fact, Nana Okoli saying that the second time, so not even the first time. And since Thomas Frank come, say the guy never even play. So I think that guy is depressed. That's what I think. He needs a counselor to talk to or a psychiatrist because you don't do them before they cash you. You can't do them again. And why would you post it on social media? Like you are not a good role model. I don't really understand what they go with her, but I think he needs somebody to talk to. All right, I think it's a fine place for us to bring you a message from Billy to Nigeria Limited.
Your favorite wine drink for your party and celebration in every occasion. Call your friends and family. Time to celebrate, have a good time. Pura Sepa wine. Pura Sepa comes in different variants. There's I like the red wine. Pura Sepa wine. Relax and enjoy your life with Pura Sepa wine.
All right, Pura Sepa wine is brought to you from Billy to Nigeria Limited. It's a Spanish wine and it's an alcoholic wine. So if you're interested in their products, and you want to use it for your events or you want to be one of their distributors to help in sales. So make you reach out to Mr. Julius on 0033264146. The number is at the bottom of the screen. So make you know to waste time and get in touch with them ASAP. Now, away from that, let's also bring you a message from Mobile Wealth Associates and Co Limited. They're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shop protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So, if you want to reach out to them, call them on +234 8064642234, and they're located at number 7 Ekeniwo Road, or Razi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So, if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. So now, away from that, we're going to hear say the way we asked I want to run this Mare Salmon movement. See, they want to send the guy on loan. Make the guy follow the footsteps of William Saliba. How we bought Saliba from Saint Etienne, sent him out on loan on 3 occasions for him to become the beast that he is. So they see Mare Salmon say make him follow that same footstep. before they go incorporate him into the first team squad. This is from Isaac Khan, who's one of the journalists I work with, the Daily Mail. So we could see how this one self go unfold at the end of the day. Now, the biggest news of the day, nine be the fact say Paul Merson, they give Arteta warning, say you cannot win the league with Merino as a striker. Start playing Victor Gyökeres. Very, very key. Let him build back his momentum. So with that being said, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show an end. Like, come your way later in the evening to give you the evening news to them. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, I'm out. All right, guys. Ciao.